All right. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for coming today for the 2021 NAMIWalks Rally event. We are just thrilled that you're here to learn about NAMIWalks, to get excited about this event, and connect with NAMI Central Texas. If you're not familiar with NAMI, we are a member of the largest grassroots mental health organization in the country, and we provide amazing programming, support programming, education, and resources to the community at no cost. You're going to hear a lot more about all the details of what we do and what we've been working on in the last year a little bit later. But my job here at NAMI Central Texas is Communication and Events Coordinator, which means I wear the special hat of overseeing NAMIWalks. And it's really one of my favorite pieces of what I get to work on with NAMI. So I am going to kind of guide us through the day. We're going to hear from some great speakers who are going to share about why NAMIWalks is an amazing event, why it matters to them. We're going to hear a little bit more about NAMI, and then you're going to hear again from me at the end about some of the logistics. So what are we looking at this year? What does NAMIWalks mean? How do we do it? And what does it mean in 2021? So to really get started, I want to hear a little bit from you all. And as we wait for more people to arrive, if you would share in the chat, just answer a couple questions. So what brought you to NAMIWalks? Is this your first walk? Have you done this several years? And then what are you excited about? What about this event or what NAMI is working on makes you really hopeful? So go ahead and just share in the chat, and I'll share some of those things as well. Lori says this is her first walk. Karen, it's her 9th walk. And she says that it's always just full of joy. I agree with that. So much energy that day, and so much happiness of being together and ready to share about mental health and why it's so important. A couple more first walks. Caitlin says, I'm so excited to raise money for this amazing organization. I know that mental health has declined since the pandemic, and I hope we can give accessible care to those in need. Absolutely. I love that response. We have seen a lot of challenges with the pandemic and mental health, and a lot more awareness of what it means to live with a mental health condition. And so I'm really excited about what may come from that broader awareness and understanding. Sheriff Sally Hernandez is here, and she says the great partnership that TCSO, Travis County Sheriff's Office, has with NAMI. This is going to be my 6th walk. That's awesome. Eric is walking for the 8th time and walking with Radical Acceptance, one of our amazing teams. Karen points out that the rumors that Austin Samba is coming back, we're going to touch on that a little bit later too. And man, really great responses. This is my first walk. I was invited by my boss to partner with her in the walk. In addition, I recently participated in a diversity, inclusion, and equity focus group on behalf of NAMI, which is a really awesome experience for all of us. All right, well, thank you all so much for sharing. Feel free to keep adding into the chat, and I may come back to some of the things that y'all are sharing. Oh, Valerie says that this is a 6th or 7th walk. Glad to be back in person. It's all about stigma busting. Yes, and Valerie is an amazing stigma buster and great volunteer with us. So we've got a really wonderful group of folks here today, both newbies and veterans. So I'm excited to dive in and just share and get excited about walk with y'all today. All right. So first off, I'd like to acknowledge some of the amazing support that we get. We actually have nearly 24 sponsors who have given more than $75,000 to support the walk. And I think that number might have even gone up since I wrote these notes yesterday. So just incredible support from our community. Please help us in thanking all of these great sponsors for their support. We're posting about each of them on social media, so please go into those posts and just tell them that this really makes a difference and is important for our community. We always want to highlight Integral Care, who are not just amazing sponsors of the walk, but also very supportive of our work in all areas across the community, and partners from partners throughout the year. I am really excited because I get to share some news that we have a really incredible advocate in our community as our 2021 Honorary Walk Chair. So proud to announce that Texas State Senator Sarah Eckhart is going to be our Honorary Walk Chair this year. She's been a longtime champion for mental health, both in her role as Travis County Judge and now as a state senator. She is a NAMIWalks veteran. I've seen her at almost every walk that I've been to. And I'm excited that I actually have a message from her to share today. So let's hear what she has to say.
Welcome, everybody. I am Senator Sarah Eckhart, and welcome to the 2021 NAMI Walk. I am so happy to welcome you all, and I am so thankful to all of you and your advocacy to make sure that mental wellness is ubiquitous. It's for everyone. We erase barriers and create opportunities for us, for our families, as well as for our community. I know that through the good work of NAMI and through your tremendous advocacy, we will be managing our mental health for ourselves, for our families, and for our community in the same way we manage our physical health, our financial health, and any other aspect that is going to make us, our families, and our community more prosperous. So thanks. Let's get out there and walk, and let's raise some money for NAMI so we can keep up the good work.
Can't put it better than that.
Welcome, everyone.
All right. Okay, now I want to talk about some prizes. So we have a couple things coming up that I want to make sure you all know about. So first off, all team captains who register their team by July 17th are going to receive a free pop socket from NAMI. This is no cost. It's going to come straight to you in the mail. If you don't know what a pop socket is, it's a little attachment to go on your phone, and they're actually really handy. So definitely, if you're planning on signing up for your team, then make sure you do it by this Saturday so that you get a chance to get that pop socket. Additionally, everyone who's in attendance today, who is registered, so we're opening this not just to team captains, but anyone who is registered by the 17th is going to be entered into a drawing to win a $100 Apple gift card. So make sure you get registered by this Saturday. It only takes about 5 minutes. If you're having any trouble getting registered, reach out to me. I'm going to be sharing my info later on so you can get in touch with me, and we'll make sure you get on in time to receive one of these great gifts. Also, I have some great NAMI swag that I want to give away. So in the past, we've tried doing live drawings, and they just take a lot of time. So we're going to simplify this. After today, everyone who was attendance today is going to be entered into a drawing for some additional stuff. Watch your email, because I'm going to send the announcement about who won later this week. So I have a NAMIWalks umbrella. I've got some wearable gear that's really great. So just be on the lookout for the announcement to see if you've won one of those awesome prizes. All right. Talked a little bit about logistics and the plan for today. And now I want to take you back just a little bit. This will be the 16th annual NAMIWalks event. For those of you who have been here before, you've now seen a couple different versions of this event. And this year, of course, is going to be unique also. But let's look a little bit, and we're going to see some of the history and where the walk has been.
We have all clear. All right, let's walk.
Hello, my name is David Evans, and I serve as the CEO of Integral Care, our local Travis County mental health authority. Hey, I love the video. My job is that I'm honored to be sharing a message of support, and I have to say I'm even more fired up by seeing those snippets from past years. Integral Care's sponsorship really comes as an ally in promoting awareness, community education, family support, and working to overcome the harsh realities of stigma and misunderstanding. Support for this event really encourages coming together as one community for one purpose and common cause, and that's making a difference in the lives of those affected with brain-based disorders, these diagnosable mental illnesses. Well, part of the encouragement and part of the message of support is for your support for financial giving, fundraising. This really enables the staff's reach and their participation in diverse sectors of our community. Just as an example, children ready to learn in school through early treatment, employers knowing where to refer and having information for employee wellness, decarceration through awareness of what's possible in treatment and jail diversion activities. Most importantly, family support for these illnesses are family illnesses, and hopefully through information and through engagement, reducing suicide. So lean in, learn more about the organization, what resources are available for your team, and enjoy networking and relationship building in this time. And also reach out, connect others, expand your team support, and continue to build. NAMIWalks in NAMI of Central Texas is a highly effective and respected organization. I really believe that this message that's carried forward has far reach and impact that we all can get behind. Well, I believe that, and I've seen firsthand that treatment works, recovery is possible. So your support for a day extends well beyond that 24 hours. It actually makes a difference throughout a year and paying dividends throughout that time. So again, I appreciate being asked to join in today, say a few words of encouragement around a message of support. Integral Care fully supports this event and glad to be closely affiliated and associated with the good impact. So now I'll turn this over to my friend and our colleague, Karen Reynes. Karen?
Thank you so much, David, for that introduction. And I particularly love what you said about that impact that happens throughout the year. So thank you everyone for joining us today. I'm Karen Reynes, the Executive Director for NAMI Central Texas. You know, interestingly enough, I was thinking back to last year, and last year at this time, I was sharing the news that in the midst of this pandemic, we'd made the decision to host our first virtual NAMI walks. I was kind of nervous about it all, but it was hugely successful. But I have to admit, I am really excited to have an in-person option for this year's walk. Our team went to visit the new location at Palmer Event Center, and it is really such a perfect venue for our walk. You are going to love it. So believe it or not, today marks 488 days, I counted, since we made the difficult decision to transition to virtual programming. And we are really eager to add the in-person programming to the virtual lineup for the fall. And our staff is busy working out the details with venues and volunteers, as well as developing policies to make sure that we continue to create a really welcoming and safe environment for everyone. And while the last 488 days have been challenging, without a doubt, I'm so proud and grateful for the staff and volunteers who mastered the art of Zoom to ensure that you had the access that you wanted to the great education and support programming you've always been able to count on. And I'm so grateful to each of you who supported our work through your participation in last year's walk. As David alluded, this is the kind of support that keeps, affecting us throughout the year. So for 36 years, more than 36 years, our community has been able to count on NAMI Central Texas to be a source of hope and help for families and individuals living with mental illness. And you know what? The pandemic did not stop us from keeping our continued commitment to this important work. Shortly after shutting down our in-person support groups, for instance, we made it a priority to relaunch these groups online. And thanks to our efforts and the efforts of our staff and our volunteers, 810 people have attended our family and peer support group since last March. And then recognizing the challenges of offering our classes and workshops online, our staff quickly retooled some of our program content to create a 3-session class for families called Families Together. And more than 164 people have already benefited from these classes. And thanks to our amazing volunteers and staff, we've been able to bring back Family to Family as well. And then Stories and Strategies is a program innovation that was made possible by 2 of our very own program volunteers. I know one of them is with us today, Valerie Milburn. In addition, she was joined by Helen Sneed, and they put together a 4-session workshop series for our peers in the midst of the pandemic that started last summer, and already 211 people have participated and shared overwhelmingly positive feedback about their experience. Additionally, we started hosting peer-to-peer again with great success. So there's a lot of amazing things happening with our programming. And one of the programs where we've made substantial impact is in our Mind Matters event. Pre-pandemic, if you guys remember this, Mind Matter was an in-person monthly event, but we quickly switched gears in the midst of the pandemic and started offering it on a bi-monthly basis. So with support from our sponsor, Ascension Seton, we've offered, listen to this, 25 webinars in the last year. And more than 1,700 people have participated in those webinars, with so many more benefiting from the fact that there are recordings of these webinars on our website that people can access on demand. I just want to give you some perspective. Like in a typical year, we'd have about 400 people that participated in Mind Matters when it was in person. So we've increased that fourfold, a huge, huge increase. Additionally, something that I'm really proud of and really grateful for is that in each of these programs, because we've been able to utilize this virtual option, it's made it possible for us to reach more people in our expanded service area. So we've had folks from Williamson, Bastrop, Hayes, Caldwell, and Burnett counties be able to more actively participate in our program because it was more accessible to them. So there's just so much good news there. I will tell you that as we face months of transitioning and some ongoing uncertainty ahead, we want you to know that you can continue to count on us. You can count on us to offer free classes and support groups. You can count on us for great resources and information. You can count on our amazing volunteers who teach and facilitate and give presentations all over the community, even when everything is virtual. And you can count on us to engage in vital advocacy work, the kind of advocacy work that Senator Eckhart was talking about at both the state and local and national level to help change the system. And you can count on us to create opportunities for people to tell their powerful stories and inspiring stories of living with mental illness. We anticipate that the mental health of our community is going to continue to be impacted by the effects of the pandemic for an unforeseen amount of time into the future. Because our community needs us, we need you. Our NAMIWalks goal this year is $270,000. I'm excited to share this morning that thanks to the support of our generous sponsors like Integral Care, and 35 teams who've already started fundraising, we've already raised more than $85,000 as of this morning. So we're at like 32% of our goal already. So I want to thank you for partnering with NAMI Central Texas today, for showing up today to really help us change the way our community addresses mental health. And I want you to know that you're not alone in your efforts. We are a team. And I'm pleased to share with you that 100% of our NAMI Central Texas staff and 100% of our board of directors will be joining you as team captains, walkers, sponsors, and donors. Together, we're going to make sure that people have access to the resources and help they need, especially in this critical time. And together, we're going to show our community that mental health is for all. So I'm really so grateful for you to be here today, and I'm especially grateful to our next speaker. I'm pleased to introduce to you one of our most committed team captains, Steve Wichard. Steve is a team captain for Central Presbyterian Cares, and he has made an amazing impact. Over the course of the last 3 years, Steve on his own has raised more than $7,000 through NAMIWalks. With more than 10 weeks to go, he's got a lot of time. He's already raised, though, $2,000 for this year's walk. So welcome, Steve. We can't wait to hear from you.
Thank you for having me. And I want to share why NAMI matters so much to me. I'm bipolar, and without NAMI and without the advocacy that they've done and without their partner Integral Care, I probably wouldn't be here. Actually, I know I wouldn't. Through getting the right diagnosis, getting the direction to the right psychiatrist, psychologist, getting the right medication, playing with that, which we all know has to happen sometimes. I've been able to go from wanting to die most of the time to living a joyful and happy life and being able to share my story with other people so that to help remove the stigma from mental illness, and also be able to direct friends from around the country to NAMI in their area where they could get help for themselves or for family members that were dealing with crisis or mental illness, and try to help them get their lives back together. Because, as it's been said, it is not just the individual. It is their family, their friends who are affected by this, by mental illness. And for so long, admitting that you had a mental illness was a death sentence, to be honest, as far as a public life, a work life, social life. But now it's not that way. And we have to continue that work to try and make things better, not only for ourselves and our community, but for everybody, because that's what this is all about. I was explaining earlier when we first got started that I actually saw an article online where NAMI grief counselors were in Florida where the condo collapsed, there to help people get through this difficult time. That's why raising these funds mean so much to everyone. You might not even know the impact you're having, but it's like I tell the people I'm trying to get donations from, every dollar counts in this fight, and it is a fight where we move forward in getting mental health acknowledged, getting the care that we need, not for the community and for our loved ones. So I'm really happy to see so many people joining the walk for this year. And I will tell you, it is an incredible event. The in-person is wonderful. The online was fine, don't get me wrong, but the in-person is so uplifting and so joyful. Even in the second year that I did it, where it was pouring down rain for the majority of the walk and was kind of miserable, but still the energy that was there and the energy that's been here with these walks is what carries our community forward. And I think we can keep doing this, and we have to keep doing this. And that's why I keep supporting NAMI every chance I get, and we'll keep coming back for walks as long as they're happening. Now I'm going to turn it back over to Christina.
Thank you so much, Steve. We really appreciate your support over the years and your words to inspire our other team captains and participants. I know that Steve set up his page, put up the Facebook fundraiser, and had raised about $1,600 within about a day. And he works really hard to spread that message and share this good work, and also shows that it can be really easy. You know, it doesn't have to be difficult to make a big impact. About the rain, can't guarantee we won't have a big downpour this year, but I've put in my request with the venue for great weather. All right. We've talked a lot about why the walk is important. And now I want to talk about the walk itself. What happens between now and then? What happens on event date? And hopefully answer some of the questions that you might have. So let me start by talking about what NAMIWalks is. NAMIWalks is both awareness and fundraising event. During the event, team captains create a team, invite 9 other people to raise money and walk with them, and set a goal of raising at least $1,000. Many of our teams are much bigger than 10 people, and they raise a lot more than $1,000. Team captains and walkers reach out to their networks, invite them to donate to their walk page. Local businesses invest in our community through sponsorships. We talked a little bit about some of those sponsors and their generous support. And then we ask everybody involved to share the good work that is being done to improve mental health in our community. What we find often is that people share, and by sharing and inviting others to participate, those other people learn more about the services that are available and often reach out for help in ways that they wouldn't have before. Our goal this year is to raise $270,000 to support art programming in Central Texas. And when we look at the math, we find that the goals are really very achievable. So if everyone who registered for this call created a team and invited 9 others to join, and they each raised or donated $100, then that's already $50,000 raised for the mission, and it just grows and grows from there. We encourage everyone to find a way or ways to join in the ways that work best for you. Your greatest impact is as a team captain, but you don't have to start a team. If joining someone else's team is the best fit for you, then you can still have amazing impact. And we encourage you to reach out to everyone you know and invite them to support your walk efforts. We're still looking for some great companies and individuals to become sponsors. We're still about $10,000 away from our sponsorship goal, and we'd love your help in getting there. So if you have a company that would be interested in partnering in this way, please reach out to us, and we'd love to talk about some of the options. So now I'm going to run through really what happens between now and then. Beginning now, when you sign up, you're going to start receiving a lot of great tools and information on how to build your team, how to reach your fundraising goal. You'll get regular updates when a new person joins your team, when you get a donation or you reach a milestone. We'll host a short and very casual team captain kickoff in August to give you another chance to get those resources and support. That event will be recorded as well, so if you can't make it that day, don't worry, you're going to get the link for it. You can actually find a lot of resources on our website right now. If you go to NAMIWalkCentralTX.org, then you'll see there's a toolkit and there's a bunch of guides and things that you can do on your site, logos, sample social media posts. And here's just a few examples of the things that are available for you. Now, fundraising can and should begin now. Any registered walker who raises $100 on their page is going to get a NAMIWalks t-shirt. And any walker who raises $1,000 will be named a Walk Star and will receive an extra recognition, an exclusive Walk Star pin, and a great athletic shirt that you can only get if you're a Walk Star. We're still finalizing the design for this year, but I wanted to show you what last year's Walk Stars received. And I've been told from at least one person that this is the most comfortable shirt that they have ever gotten. So certainly encourage you to be ambitious, lean in, and see if you can hit that really exciting milestone. And then we get to Walk Day. So let's look at Walk Day. We are at a new venue. If you're not familiar, Palmer Events Center is downtown. It's actually right next to the Long Center, which is where we've been for the last 7 or 8 years now. They have that great canopy, so we have lots of shade, lots of room to be, and the walk route ends up being pretty similar because we're so close. We will have our NAMIWalks Festival. There'll be a variety of entertainment, activities for kids, a great presentation with amazing speakers. Yes, we're in conversation with Austin Samba to get them out again this year to do some entertainment and to get us really excited to go on the 5K walk. We'll take a 5K walk through downtown Austin. So heading straight up South Congress Avenue to the Capitol. You'll have a chance to get a picture in front of the Capitol. And walking to the Capitol is a tradition that has happened at every single walk that we've been in person. So really excited to continue that tradition. And then we'll head back to the Palmer Center. The event is quick, fun, and you still will be able to go for brunch afterwards. Now, we know that for many people in our community, they're not going to be ready to come to a large event yet, and we totally get and support that. We will have either a live stream or a video of the program available that day for anyone to watch, and all teams are invited to do what we call NAMI Walks Your Way. So what does that mean? You can choose to do any activity that's meaningful to you. You might go for a walk in your neighborhood, you can garden, do yoga, plan a Jackbox TV game hour where we're with your team or with friends. We actually have a whole guide that we'll be sharing that has some ideas about things that you could do that day. What we found last year is that people were really creative in how they celebrated mental health and NAMI walks, even though we weren't all together. And we hope that whatever you do, whether you're on site with us at the Palmer Center or doing something on your own, we hope that you'll take lots of pictures, share what you're doing, and share why. That's where the real power of the event is, when we share what's going on. You can use the hashtags NAMIWalksCentralTX and Not Alone so that we can find and amplify your messages. And the fun is not over once walk day happens. So we can accept donations for the walk for another 60 days after event date. And you'll also still be eligible for some of the amazing gifts that we have available for 30 days after the walk. So I want to show you a little bit about some of those gifts. The NAMI Walk swag let you show off your support for NAMI year round, and they're really nice. They're really useful items. The chair is what I have my eyes on, to be honest. The process is simple. Raise at least $250 for NAMI and you'll receive a gift. The more you raise, the bigger and more exciting the gift you'll receive. Prizes are not cumulative though, so you'll get one of the gifts at that level, but then you'll also get your t-shirt. The gifts will be processed 30 days after the event and they're going to be mailed directly to you. No shipping charges or crosstown pickup for that. This flyer is also linked on our website if you want to look a little more closely at these items. And then throughout the whole time, the whole process, we encourage walkers and team captains to constantly be thanking the people who are supporting your efforts. We know that we get thousands of donations from really all over the country because our walkers and team captains are making those asks and sharing their stories and showing why this is really important. I've run through a lot of information and I don't want you to worry that you got to memorize everything today. We're going to be sending links to all these resources and more. What I want to say is that if you leave today and you remember only one thing, I'd like it to be that you're not alone in this process. We're here to help make NAMI Walks a fulfilling and fun event for your team. Don't hesitate to reach out if you need any support. The place that I most often get questions is about some of the technology piece. So the walk site, how to get your donations to show up the right place, how to make that work. And that's my job, is to support you in that. So don't hesitate to reach out if you have any trouble. If something's taking you more than about 10 minutes to do it, then reach out and let me know and I can help either walk you through or I can fix something on the back end to make it work. So here are just a few of the things that I can do to help support you in that. All right, you've no doubt received several emails from me at this point, but I wanted to give you my email again and take this as permission to use it whenever you need me. Email is the easiest way. So you know our staff is still working mostly off-site. We're going to be transitioning to have some time in the office as well, but email is the best way to get in touch with me. We also have a NAMI Central Texas Team Captains group that if you're interested in joining, there's just lots of good sharing and an additional place to get some of those resources. All right, as we come to a close today, I hope that we have inspired you. I hope that you recognize the great value that NAMI Walks bring to our community and in its support of NAMI Central Texas and our programming. And I want to leave you with a rallying call. This is an invitation to join us, to walk with us, and to share the important messages about mental health and its value for everyone. I'll see you later.
NAMI Central Texas supports the 1 in 5
who experience mental illness
and the 5 in 5 who are affected by it.
You are not alone.
From every corner of the country,
for every age and every background,
we walk.
On the streets or in our hearts.
During this challenging, changing time,
we are united, even when we appear alone.
Mental health is not for some. Mental health is for all. NAMI Central Texas